Prep Cal Track and Track and Field News with Charlie Vause at Rancho High School in New Mexico. The first off, the Nike Cross Nationals champion in cross country, and also the Gatorade 2024-25 National Player of the Year in Southern California, in the middle of the Rose Bowl.
That's
for
right.
all the 11 winners in across 12 sports being honored here this week. First and foremost, how's the week been?
It's been incredible so far. I'm still in shock. Like, I feel like once we got to the hotel where we're staying, I had a mind, and it was blown the minute I walked into my room and I started seeing everything that Gatorade had done for us. And this is just unreal. I never would have pictured myself in the middle of the Rose Bowl on the turf, just with amazing athletes and this awesome setup right here. It's incredible.
So speaking of amazing athletes end up putting some amazing performances. This year, Nike Cross Nationals. First off, let's get the elephant out of the way. I've heard so many times this biggest upset in cross-country history.
Sure.
Thursday night, before the opening ceremonies, Paul Swangard and I were talking in the green room backstage.
Okay.
And he basically said, who's the favorite here? And he threw out a few of the names. And I said, don't be surprised if it's none of those guys. This field is so wide. This field is 15, 20 deep with top kids. Don't be surprised if someone who's not high in these quote-unquote rankings wins it. And you demonstrated that. What was the message there to your peers and to yourself as far as that historic performance, that clutch victory?
I'm here. I always have been. And that has never been affected by or determined by the spotlight. And I think that my story speaks to the depth of running in the United States and like high school and like middle school running. Just because, I say middle school because that's where it starts for a lot of kids, but like I've always been here, and so have all the other kids that don't have that big name kind of fame to go along with them. Like, there are so many of us who want it just as bad, and it, maybe it takes a little longer to get that to the very top, or other guys consistently perform at that level, or honestly, with the rise of social media, just have better platforms where people know their names. I think, like what you said, it's not out of the ordinary for someone who's not favored to go into a race to win it, because there's plenty of guys who love the sport and are working just as hard.
There were so many good runners this year nationally.
Yes.
As far as you, did you always have that vision of possibly winning it or being toward the front?
I did.
It was, okay.
I did, yes. I was very motivated, especially after my junior track season. I think it ended in a way that I wasn't extremely proud of. I think I got to a place where I let the outcomes kind of determine my inputs, and like the way some races went just kind of shut me down mentally, and my heart wasn't all in it. So after my junior track season, I picked myself up. I asked myself some big questions, like, why am I doing this? Is this for me, or is this for a first place medal? Like, is this for me or so people know my name? And the conclusion I came to is, no, it's not for any of that. It's because I love to run. And really, running is like the greater metaphor for anything else we do in life, because it's you pushing past your limits, or what you think are your limits, and it's constant progress, which is, I think, what everyone living is trying to do. We're trying to get a little bit better. We're trying to be a little more kind. We're trying to work a little bit harder, and just continue to progress. So like running, I love it for that. It makes me a better person all around. And once I found my foundation in that, like coming off that rough track season, I was like, doesn't matter, we shake it off, because now I'm training and I want to go to NXN and I want to win NXN. And I wanted to show people that like I could. And obviously that's not my motivation. I'm not running so people know my name, but like I also wanted to prove to myself, like, I'm there, I'm at that level, I want it, and I want to be that good.
That's a national championship answer, and I think really resonates with a lot of your peers and a lot of the kids who are still in high school next year.
I hope so.
That's going to, I think, hit home with them.
Yes.
So that's very helpful. Shifting over to track and field, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Cross country, it's a different skill set.
It is.
Track and field, a bit more speed based. We saw a couple of individuals that just were crazy.
Yes.
Owen Powell, Josiah Tossinson, a few individuals.
Yeah.
How difficult is it? We've seen it in both cross country and track and field. Cross country is a bit harder for some people to follow because the metrics are course to course.
Yes.
It's different. In track and field, you've got sub-4. You have
Right.
hard numbers
Right.
that get compared historically. It was loaded this year.
It was,
How
yeah.
difficult was it for you as a high school runner, an elite high school runner, to always have so many good people around on the scene, so to speak?
That is a wonderful question. You can view it as difficult, and it is. It very much is. But that's like the name of the game. Like, running is hard. It is very hard, and it's not for the faint of heart. So like, yes, it's difficult to have so many guys, but like, I think I've had some time to reflect on my track season and just like post NXN to where I am now. And I mean, I've realized it's really easy to get caught up in that in the wrong way. It's so easy, especially with the level of technology and social media that we have, to just look around and say, oh my gosh, he ran that time. I'm not there yet. Oh my goodness, I am not there in my training. Like, we watch Track All Access videos. We see people running. We see people posting about it. And I think it's so important to take it with a grain of salt. And, you know, I don't mean to preach here, but like, I'm speaking from my own experiences. Like, it's so easy to get caught up, and I think that's just not the way to do it. Like, if anything, you can look and say, okay, good job, but I'm gonna be there next. Like, you focus on what you can do, and your love of the sport, which should be like your drive, shouldn't be dictated at all by what anyone else is doing. So I think having that perspective of like, I can only control me, it opens doors to be like, oh my gosh, these guys are amazing. And it's okay that I haven't ran the same times that they have yet, because I'm still a great athlete. And I think, like, I look, like those names that you said, Owen Powell and Josiah Tossinson and Taven, who I will be teammates with one day. Like, I look forward to that and racing those guys. You know, I might not have ran those times, but those guys are elevating the sport. And we're all right behind them. Like, we are all rising together. We see kids, just fast kids popping up more and more, people that want it and that start wanting it from a young age. And I think it's wonderful. Like, it's awesome. So I could focus on like, oh, it's difficult to look around and see how fast people are. Or I could be like, this is amazing. I'm hopping on that train, and I don't have to be driving it quite yet, but I'm on the train, and like, we're all just rising together.
So next up, BYU. You're going on your mission to Chile, correct?
Yes.
Looking forward to that?
Sí, señor.
Already prepped for that.
Yeah, a little bit.
You mentioned a big key for you in cross country was when you basically had the epiphany again of keeping it fun, or realizing you love it. You know, the fun you get out of running.
Yeah.
You go into BYU, obviously a very competitive situation, great team situation.
Yes.
I'm assuming you'll probably be in a good situation to love your running there as well.
Absolutely, and that was a big determining factor of that school. I mean, it's just an amazing program, amazing coaching, and great resources, and a culture that I really could not pass up. Something that I want to be a part of, and also bring myself to that table. I want to bring my positive attitude, my corny jokes, and like some speed to that team, and just contribute. And take it as far as I can.
Very well said. Well, that wraps it up here at the 2024-25 Gatorade National Player of the Year Awards with Charlie Vause of cross country. Great season, great story. Look forward to following your successes on and off the athletic arena going forward. Very talented individual, great attitude. We really, really appreciate seeing your progress, your enjoyment, and your sharing what you do with others, your peers, the right message. So we appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.